days leading up to Christmas tend to encourage thoughts of preparation and expectation. The more we prepare, the less likely we'll be surprised by the unexpected, and the more likely we will experience joy in our Christmas celebrations. Ironically, the days leading into that first Christmas were filled with anything but the expected. Mary didn't expect to be pregnant before she was married. Joseph didn't expect to be traveling through the desert with a wife pregnant with God's son. The shepherds didn't expect the night sky to burst open with angelic song. And no one expected their long-awaited king to be born in a stable. Yet, in each of these unexpected moments, God was present. So, as you prepare yourself for this Christmas season, may you expect to experience God's presence amidst the unexpected.
So on January 28th of this year, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And way back last summer of 2021, I thought something might be up, but I thought, I'm just going to watch it and just wait and see a little bit. And I had an appointment for a mammogram. I canceled it for some reason. Then I got busy with the holidays and this and that, and didn't think much of it, but things weren't getting better either. So finally, it was my husband who said, please go in and get this taken care of. It's going to be fine, but I'll still go in, just to make us all feel better. And they said they found a sizable mass. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting to hear at all. So then had a biopsy, and on January 28th, I got the call. It was a Friday afternoon, about 5 o'clock. So thankfully, they told me over the phone. I was just in shock. It was hard to take that all in, and called Greg right away. He was at work, and I hated dropping the news on him at work, but I couldn't not tell him. I was nervous to tell the kids because they've really only known one person who has had cancer, and he passed away. And I didn't want them to associate cancer with death. We told them what we knew, which was not a lot at that point, but we promised them that we would get the answers to any questions that they had that we didn't know the answers to. And then called my parents, which was very difficult. My dad lost his mother to breast cancer, so broke my heart to tell him that. And my mom was very hard to tell, and she broke down in tears, so then I broke down in tears, but we were able to talk about it then, and kind of the same with her as the kids. I don't know all the answers yet. There's still so much we don't know, but I would share any information that I had along the way. And then come to find out too, about a week later, my sister was diagnosed with cancer. So we both had to call our parents within a week of each other, 10 days, and tell them that we had cancer. That was difficult. That was really difficult.
Tell me a little bit about Greg then.
Greg had a hard time with this at first because just the unknowns. And it was very easy to go down to a dark place when we didn't know any answers. Once we started meeting with the doctors and oncologists and the surgeon and radiation, and they all reassured us that, yes, this is curable, it's treatable, then Greg did a lot better. And he just went into operation mode. He started thinking through those things and what can he do to keep things moving forward once he had that reassurance that we would get through this. The original plan when we very first met with the care team was that I would have 20 weeks of chemo ahead of surgery. That was the original thinking, but then as they looked at my particular case a little bit more and the biology of my tumor and the type of cancer that I have, they determined that I would respond better to endocrine therapy than chemotherapy. But I was able to participate in this trial. So it was still 6 months, but I took meds every day at home. I didn't have to go to the chemotherapy. I didn't have the gross chemotherapy side effects that would come with that. So I was very thankful for that because I was scared. I was really scared of chemo and how I would feel just physically. Would I be able to continue to work and take care of my family? I would have lost my hair, so that would have been a very outward sign of being sick, and I didn't necessarily want that because I didn't want the sympathy looks and the pity looks and people. I didn't want to draw that attention to myself. Not that I was hiding anything, but I didn't want to draw that either. Probably the biggest unexpected lesson, or thing that I learned through this is I never went to why me, which kind of, I thought that I might go there and feel really sorry for myself. And yes, I've had my pity party days, absolutely, but never have wondered why me and why God, why did you do this to me, and nothing like that. But I was able to find the blessings, and that was a little unexpected to me, that I didn't think that would happen the way it did. And I found myself very thankful for the care team, a really great care team through UC Health. I was thankful for the clinical trial that I could participate in, because that allowed me to continue caring for my kids and running them everywhere they needed to go and really not changing their life a whole lot. I was able to continue working, which gave me, that was good mentally, because had I sat around at home all day, I might have done the why me thing and gone down that path that I didn't want to. I would have started to feel sorry for myself. It also gave my family some stability because I still had my income and I could still do that. I was able to really see those blessings through all of this and turn my focus from why me to thank goodness that I have all of these blessings in my life, along with just people who brought food or flowers or ice cream cakes, or just said, I've been praying for you. And people I don't even know, or my husband's coworkers, or people who have heard through other people tell me that they've been praying for me. That was so unexpected, that outpouring of support around me. I want to figure out how I can use this to help others, or how it will help me grow too, whether that's being more empathetic to somebody's situation, whether it's cancer or any other illness, or losing a family member, or just going through a bad time and a hard time. How can I use my experience to grow, to help somebody too? And those are the things over time, over the next 6, 8, 10 months, as I'm still going through this process, how can I let it change me in a positive way? So then once I'm on the other side of it, now I can help somebody else see the positives in that too, and see the blessings that sometimes are hard to see.
Advent is a season of preparation. It's getting ready for the things in life that God is entering into our existence. But sometimes we get news or events that come unexpected. Today you've heard Terri's story and the unexpected news of hearing that she had cancer. It came as a shock and a surprise, and something that someone's not really ever expecting. It makes me think of Mary, for whom that news of finding out that she's pregnant, her first response was fear. The angel had to remind her to not be afraid. I like how Terri's story ended, where she wasn't sure exactly the story that she was going to be telling 5, 6, 10 years down the line. but she was expectant of it, knowing that there would be a story at the end of this. We know the story that Mary shared and how it ended with the death and resurrection. But what about the stories in our own lives? The unexpected news that might begin with a level of fear. Well, we know in our Ephesians text that God is doing far more than we could ever expect. We are still left sometimes wondering what that hope looks like down the road. Perhaps you've had a story in your own life of receiving unexpected news, something that was a shock or a surprise, something that might have even been scary. Perhaps you're living a story like that right now. What does it mean then to lean forward into this unexpected news with the expectation that God is in the midst of it, God is working through this moment, and God is a companion with you in this time? I'd like to end our time here today thinking about what does it mean to stand on tiptoe and looking forward to what God is planning for us. This is a prayer by a Roman Catholic nun, a wonderful nun and writer named Macrina Wiedeker. This prayer is called, "On Tiptoe We Stand, Lord Jesus." Let us pray. On tiptoe we stand, Lord Jesus, eagerly awaiting your full revelation, always expecting you to come some more. Our hands and hearts are open to your grace, our lives still waiting for the fullness of your presence. We are those who have been promised the kingdom, and we can never forget that we have a foot in both worlds, and so we stumble. But still we stand on tiptoe, owning our kingdom-loving hearts and our earth eyes. We lean forward and hope. Amen.